Hey guys, what's up? This is CapScratch444 here, and today I'm bringing you another Minecraft tutorial video. As you can see, it's going to be another cannon video, as you can see along my taskbar. Those are all the materials you're going to need. Everything is exact except for the redstone and the TNT, because it's always nice to have extra of that in case you mess up. But anyway, let's get this started. What you're going to do is, you're going to place, like we did last time, you're going to place the top left block first. So place a block, and then face the direction you want your cannon to fire. I'm going to have mine fire at this tree and the little nice waterfall back there. Hopefully I can do some massive damage. But, this, in case I forgot to mention already, this is going to be a double barrel cannon, which will fire 2 blocks of TNT simultaneously. So, yeah, you're going to place your first block, and then facing the direction you want your cannon to fire, you're going to go over 2 blocks. And so you skip 1 block, go 1, 2, and then place a block, and then do that again, 1, 2. So you have 3 blocks placed, and then you're going to go back 7 blocks, like you do on an original cannon. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, did I count wrong? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so yeah. Sorry, my eyes are playing tricks on me. So you go back 7 blocks and then go over 5, go all the way over 5, placing blocks at each everywhere. You don't skip like up there. And then you're just gonna build in the walls like so. So essentially what you have so far, this is the first level. You have a giant W, which is 7 by 5. And that's the first layer. It's complete already. So this is what your gun's going to look like. Just we have to build up a little more. So we're going to start building the second layer. And what you do for that is, you place, like you do normally, well on the last cannon, you place one on the right and then over the center. But do not place one in the middle. On this middle barrel type thing, the middle of the W, do not place one there. Or in the center of all of these blocks. Leave both of those open, and then do the same for the other side. What this is essentially doing is just taking 2 separate cannons and then merging them on their left and right sides. So the left cannon is merged on the right, and the right cannon is merged on the left, and it just gives you a center barrel. Which is really not complicated at all. I'm sure that's not my design. I just figured I'd make this video to show all of you guys who don't know how to work with redstone. Well, you know how it essentially... Oops, I did not mean to place those. How it essentially works, but not how to use it like formally, or how to use it in extensive situations like this. I just need to give myself a pickaxe real quick so I can delete this. Oh, I had it right the first time. But anyway, so now that we have this done, we're gonna start placing the next blocks. So you want to build where you just placed those last 2 blocks, build up 1 more layer like so. So now you have these blocks that are too high, leaving the center lane open, except for this top block. You do not need this open. So this is what you have essentially. It's 5 across, too high, and you leave the middle block on the bottom open, and you leave both of these center blocks open. And then we're going to go around back to the base, and like we did in the last cannon video, if you haven't watched that, go watch it, because I'm going to refer to it a lot in the essentials of this video, or the essentials. That video is kind of essential for understanding this, because I'm going to reference it a lot, and it's a lot harder to build a more complex cannon like this if you don't understand how to build a simple 1-barrel cannon. But anyway, what you want to do is you're going to build around the outside of what we've already built. So you're going to build from the first block in front of this structure. You're going to build 1 to the right, and then go back and go all the way around the corners, and just go to the same place like I already did. As you can see here, you just go back. So you go 5 across, 4 down on both sides. And once you have that done, you're gonna start building like this. And what you're doing here is making stairs. It makes it look nicer, and it makes it easier to load. So you're gonna put 2 more blocks on each side and still leave the center point open. And once you have that done, you're gonna come around to this side of the cannon, which is the barrel side, and you're gonna build blocks backwards, 5 blocks, and that's gonna start building your barrels. 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now that you have that done, as you can see, it takes exactly 64 blocks, which I found quite interesting. Once you have that done, you're going to place stone slabs on inside of both of the bottom barrels like I did. So, and once you have that done, you're going to come in and start placing your water. You want to place the water in that little hollow spot I told you to leave open right there. Just click it and then come on out. And we have the base structure done. Now all we have left is the wiring and loading it. So let's get to the wiring. It's not complicated at all. Really, it just takes a little thought. It took a little thought process to make it, but to actually build it. Sorry about that. My throat was getting dry. There's no like complex structures or building walls or anything. All you do is when you're looking at the staircase, you put redstone down the center, which is where I told you guys to leave hollow earlier in the video. You put it straight down the center, and then you go to the right and put it on this block. Hop up again and place it, and then you go straight down to the center like we did on the first video. You want to put it all the way down this center line, but do not put it on this last block. I repeat, do not put it there. And once you have the top there done, you just drop down into the center, and you start placing it there. You come out just as far as you did on top, but do not place it on this last block. And then all that we have left to do is rig the last blocks. So you want to place a redstone on each of the blocks, and say you're on the right barrel. When you're facing the barrels, you go one to the right, and then just straight back. There's no curves or anything, just straight back. Fall off of this ledge, so you go all the way back. And then you go to the center, except leave the very center one open. So it's 7 blocks wide, leave the 4th block open. And then you're just going to do the exact same thing on the other side. And you're just going to build straight back. And as you can see, now we're completely done with all of the wiring. All we have to do is place our 2 levers, and then we're done. So what you want to do is, as you can see, there's 1 block open, the 4th block looking at the base. You want to place a lever inside there, flick it on. We'll look to make sure everything's lighting up right when we're done. And then you want to go 1 block up from the first lever you placed on the staircase and place another lever. And when you flick that, it should light straight down the center and up top. As you can see, all of our, the 2 I'm looking at right now, these are for use for firing, or not firing, these are activating the TNT that actually launches the blocks. And then the bottom switch, the one that's on the very bottom, is used for actually activating the TNT that you're going to launch so that it explodes. And as you can see, everything's set up perfectly fine. So now all we need to do is head back. So now that we're here, we're going to flick off both switches. That way our TNT doesn't go off prematurely and explode on our faces. That reference isn't going to make sense to anyone who's under the age of 13. But anyway, so now all we're going to do is load the TNT. You want to go all the way up to where the redstone ends, but do not place it on this last block. I'll show you why in a second. If you haven't seen my last video, you won't understand why not just place one there too. So you're going to do that for both of the top there. So you want to go 4 up and leave the last block open. And then you drop down and do the same for in the water. And the reason you have water, I don't think I mentioned it in the last video, so some of you might not know. Because when you drop TNT into water, it doesn't explode its surroundings. It like just completely shuts down the explosion. It still goes off, but it doesn't destroy its surroundings. So when you activate these TNT, they drop into the water and they don't blow up your structure, but they still have the explosive power to launch blocks that aren't affected by gravity. As you can see, I'm defying gravity over there because this is a new world, so all those sand are floating. At the end of the video, I'll click on one so they all fall in. I think that looks pretty cool when you do that. But when you have both of the bottom levels filled, all you need to do is actually load what you're going to be firing. And all you do is click on the gray stone slab, and it'll place TNTs halfway up it. And then you're completely done. So now all that's left to do is fire it. Actually, first I'm going to go over here and click on this sand so that it all falls. Because if I launch a TNT, it'll do it for me. Oh, didn't work. As you can see, I was defying gravity because I'm a Jedi Mind Master. Anyway, now it's time to fire it. And what you're going to do is you're going to click this middle block on the middle stair first. You're going to click that one. Wait 3 seconds, like 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. And then you're going to click this bottom switch. And what that does is that activates the firing mechanisms first, so that there's 2 seconds, or there's 3 seconds for this TNT block that you're launching to fly through the air. I really don't need to do that because of how short the distance is, but the longer you wait, the farther the TNT goes before exploding. So you have a far distance you're launching it, you're going to want to wait 4 seconds. But anyway, let's fire this. So you want to go 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, and then click the bottom switch. And as you can see, it lobbed both of the TNTs. And that's just because I'm on a server that it lagged. But it lobbed both of them perfectly fine simultaneously. It took out the tree that was in its way and blew up all these boxes over here. So yeah guys, that's the video, and I hope you like it. If you like this video, comment below or like it, and when this video gets 2 thumbs up, I'll post a video for how to make a single barrel, but it's too high, and you can reload it with just a flick of a switch. So guys, thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe if you like these videos and you want to see more of them. Just comment in the comment section below and tell me. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next video. Run like hell!